our friendships, the environment got toxic.
Well, Whitney, I'm so excited about this season of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Now that you're a couple of seasons in as a housewife, does it get a little bit easier? Do you approach the show a little bit differently now?
You know what? It never gets easier. It's always, you know, every year's different. Every year has its trials, but I would say the thing that's getting easier is I'm more comfortable with myself. You know, when I started season 1, I was 33, 32, and now I'm turning 37. I feel like I have more life experience. I worked through a lot of my own insecurities, so the show's easier in that way. I'm finding my seat at the table.
I love that. And you know, the season started out with an unexpected feud about baths. I didn't see this one coming. Did you?
No, I was just as shocked as everyone. I mean, I'm literally staring at Meredith like, really?
Right. You're like, should I laugh about this? Should I not?
Yeah, I mean, in the moment, I was like, wow, you're reaching to be mad at me, but we had a lot of leftover emotions from this season before, the year before, and I think it's just starting to come out now.
Sure, yeah. No, she did say it wasn't really about the baths.
No.
There was like some other like little things here and there. So does that kind of set the tone for you guys for the rest of the season?
You know, it's it does.
Yeah.
There's more coming, but I love Meredith, and at the end of the day, you know, we're two friends that don't always see eye to eye, but we do have a genuine love for each other. So I think both of us are coming from a place of good intent and love, but we're just not saying the thing that is bugging us yet.
Okay, and what was the thing that was bugging you?
Can't really talk about yet. You'll see.
Okay, we'll see.
Just with all the Lisa rumors, I felt like I was left out to dry.
Right.
And you know, just because I admitted my participation in the gossip, it's like Meredith got away with it. And then I took the fall.
And you took the fall. And I mean, she does bring up some of the rumors in the first episode with the pills and things like that.
Yeah.
Did that kind of come out of left field for you?
Yeah, the ketamine.
Yes, the ketamine, yep.
Yeah. I mean, my cousin just did a really good job of spinning that little nugget and dropping it and walking away. But that was out of left field as far as I thought we would get into that later. Like, this was our first time getting together after the holidays. I hadn't seen her since reunion. So I was just shocked to see Mary. So I was like, oh, today's going to be interesting. I did not see Bathtub Gate coming.
Does Bathtub Gate keep going on? Or like we said, that was just one little piece of the puzzle?
That was one little piece of the puzzle. That dies, and there's even better stuff
There's
coming.
even better stuff. So what was your reaction when you walked in and saw Mary?
It's definitely good to see her. I feel like things just ended so abruptly, and I did not like how they ended.
Yeah.
I felt bad that she and I never got to discuss. Once again, rumors that I was involved with, but not really causing. I didn't start it. So I hope that we can find some resolution.
Yeah, had
each
you spoken to her since she stopped filming? No. Okay, so so there was a lot of unanswered questions.
Yeah, lots of unanswered questions, and I feel like Mary, there's a lot online about her, a lot out there, but we never get to hear her side. And I, you know, as my friend, I want her to be able to speak her truth.
Sure. Do we get to hear her speak her truth this season?
I mean, not so much to me yet.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe she does.
Maybe other people?
I never heard it.
Do you feel like you're in a better place with her now, though?
Yes.
Yes, well, that's a good thing. And speaking of better places, like you said, this first episode was all about fresh starts. And I think a lot of people might be surprised that you and Heather sat down, kind of cleared the air a little bit, because this has been going on from last season, Ultimate Girls Trip. There's been a lot of tension between the two of you. So were you surprised that she did, and she was the one that reached out, and the two of you had that conversation?
Yeah, she reached out to me. We we actually have a family park. We met up at a neutral zone.
Neutral zone.
And again, at the end of the day, we're family, and we love each other. And I think that you take things out on the people you love most. And I really thought we were done, and I was fine with that. I didn't want to move forward. I was very hesitant because the trust had been broken, and we were both heartbroken. But, it felt good just to have an apology, for me to apologize and move forward. And it's so much easier having her. Like, just really, we're family. We love hard, we fight hard. And it's nice to have her support.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you trust her? Where does that kind of fall?
I would say right now I'm back to a solid.
Really? Okay, that's great.
Yeah, I mean, we're always going to tiptoe around each other, and we still take little jabs
Sure.
at it. But there's a few things that happen this season that you'll see that she proved to me that she's my friend.
Yeah. Did you miss her friendship?
I did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just the fun banter.
Sure.
Because when things get crazy and people are fighting, Heather and I would always be like
Yes.
commentary
Uh-huh.
and that comedic relief I really missed
Mm-hmm.
in life in general.
So she was definitely there for you this season.
And she missed a very hard year for me.
Yeah,
Going through all
right.
my family stuff and processing a lot of my trauma.
Mm-hmm.
It was hard to not have her.
Yeah, somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you in a much better place?
I am so much better.
Mm-hmm.
This last year has been probably the biggest transformation for me.
Okay.
And I'm on the other side, and it was hard going through it publicly,
Yeah.
but I just hope I've helped at least one person,
Mm-hmm.
you know, come forward and say that they're not okay. You know, the things that I went through is very common. Like, I mean, 1 in 3 women have experienced what I've
Right.
experienced.
It's crazy.
So, yeah, and just the fan support and people sharing their stories with me, that's how you heal.
Right. No,
And
that's so true.
And I feel like when we heal together, we heal the world. So,
Mhm. I love that. That's
Yeah.
so great. What kind of big hurdles are you going to overcome this season? I know in the trailer we do see maybe some marital issues, but I mean, things seem okay.
Yeah, I know everyone's so concerned
Yes.
about Justin and I. We are fine. I think the difference is we just have cameras pointing in our face. Our marriage isn't any different than anyone else's. We just share it, whether people like it or not.
Right.
We're not sharing cringy things anymore.
No, no more.
Yeah, I think, you know, he didn't work for a year. I got used to having him at home, and I just focused on my businesses. So the balance of work, life, kids, marriage had to be reset.
Yeah, and do you feel like you are in a better place now?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
We're working on our communication, and it really helps. And my husband is so supportive. I mean, look at what he supported me through with my own family, my dad.
Right.
You know, my healing journey. Just being a housewife, starting my
Sure.
businesses, my kids. I mean, he's so supportive.
What did you think about Meredith reaching out to Lisa, or you know, wanting to have that conversation with her?
I was so happy she did. That needed to happen.
Yeah.
And it took long enough.
It did. It took a really long time.
Yeah. I think it was big of her, and I know that Lisa really wanted that moment too, and I'm proud of them.
Yeah.
So much. It's like Heather and I. It's so nice when they're in a good space.
No, totally. Heather said recently that it was like kind of like a weight lifted off her shoulders that Jen was not there. How did it feel for you?
Jen brought a certain level of energy, and it is definitely our friendships. The environment got toxic.
Yeah.
And it was so nice to have just a breath of fresh air that is lighter, and not having that looming over us was so nice.
So nice. When's the last time you spoke to her?
We exchanged text messages the day before she went in to plead.
And that was it.
That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you-
I just said sending you love and light, praying for your family, and she said thank you.
Do you still feel her presence at all, or like is that? Did you put that in the past?
Yeah, I think it's gonna linger. It's just
course.
it's part of our journey. It's part of. I mean, you cannot ever not talk about the day the feds stormed your Sprinter
God,
van on a
yes,
girls trip.
right?
I mean that you can't make that up.
No, you definitely can't.
I love my favorite question is when people ask, was that scripted? And I'm like, no.
No.
This is what we went through.
Right. What do you feel like Monica brought to this season?
Oh, she brings a lot. She brings a lot of spice and flair.
What was your reaction when you saw that conversation that she was having with Angie and Lisa in that first episode about, you know, testifying and things like that and having a lot of dirt on a lot of people?
I was confused by that because in one breath she was saying, you know, she found out information about Jen and then got away from her. And she's not credible. Then she's saying she's heard these rumors from Jen. So I'm like, I don't know.
Right. You don't know
Verdict's
what to
still
believe.
out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be moving very slow with any new relationship.
No, totally. Going back to Heather, have you read her book yet?
Yes.
Yes. Was there anything about it that bothered you specifically?
Yeah, no, Heather's book, she's such a great writer. She's so entertaining and so smart, and I'm really proud of her. You know, something I've learned is you can't judge anyone's experience out of a religion. That's just their own personal, whether I agree with it or not. But she does talk about me, and I thought she took out a few parts of the book that were, you know, maybe exaggerated or something, and she did, but it was just shocking after the year we had to read it.
Let's read it again. Yeah.
Yeah, it just felt different. It hit different.
Yeah, but in a better place now.
Oh yeah,
Good.
and I like she needs to write another book. Like I fully support her as a writer.
I love it.